first topic will be based on laziness. Now, I'm going to put references, well, Bible references as well, because why not? And because the Bible literally teaches you a lot about discipline. But firstly, I want you to write down all these notes. Firstly, laziness leads to poverty. Again, laziness leads to poverty. Secondly, practice discipline. Thirdly, God confronts delays, not just inactivities. Now, when I say that, I mean when you say you're gonna do something and don't do it, and when you start putting off certain things that you know you're supposed to do, you don't do it. It creeps up on you, and the consequences gonna come. That you might not see the consequences happen straight away, but it will happen over time. For example, someone said that they won't be a doctor, but every time they're supposed to go in and actually apply it, they put it off until next year, then the year after, until it creeps upon them to the point that now they're literally in their 30s or 40s, still chasing after what they want to do and what they wish they were going to do, but didn't do it. As I say that inactivity leads to, it creeps on, where it says God comforts delays, not just inactivities. That means any sort of delay that you have, it has a consequence. I'm not saying that your goals can eventually vanish and you won't be able to accomplish the goals you can, but there is a delay. There is a delay when it comes to not doing some of the things straight away. For every goal we have, every ambition, every desire, healthy desire we have in our heart, we should act on it straight away. But we should also definitely pray about it and let God lead us. I also ask God for discipline as well, because as humans, we depend on our feelings too much. And that's the problem. Society is a problem with everyone, that we constantly lean on our feelings instead of actually going by what we know is right for us. So, yeah, another thing. Now, the verse that comes to mind is Proverbs 6, verse 9, 10, and 11, AMP version, which it says, "How long will you lie down, O lazy one? When will you arise from your sleep and learn self-discipline? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to lie down and rest, so your poverty will come like an approaching prowler who walks slowly but surely, and your need will come like an armed man, making you helpless." Now, when I say poverty, it doesn't mean being broke. I really believe that it's not about just being rich. Poverty is based on poverty in your mind. Feeling stuck is a form of poverty. Feeling like incapable form of poverty. Not being able to afford certain necessities. I don't think for you, like if you can't afford soap or can't afford to take care of your hygiene because of your financial reasons, I'm not trying to be funny, not trying to be rude, I can't for anyone, but it's also something to do with your lack of discipline. Why this is happening? And discipline could be based in your mind. What are you feeding your mind into? What are you focusing on? Like, for you to actually practice discipline, it's all about what you're thinking about. It's not just about your financial situation. I feel like a lot of people think that the financial problem is the reason what's happening. Yes, financial reason is a problem, but why do you have financial problems? Majority of people that have financial problems is based on lack of discipline. Another thing, laziness often shows up as a delay, not all outright refusal. Again, laziness often shows up as a delay, not an outright refusal. In 2026, we do better. Now, small compromises lead to big consequences. Don't compromise your values and your worth and your goals. Any sort of goals you have, it doesn't matter if you feel like you reach. I feel like a lot of people put off a certain goal and settle because they feel like it's going to take too long to reach that goal. I hate to tell you that it doesn't matter how long your goal takes. It's a goal for a reason, for you to work towards it. So stop compromising your goal because of financial problems. Stop compromising your goals because of what people say to you. People are not always going to say the right things to you. People are going to be very much doubtful. However, it's very important that you're not doubting yourself. So as it says, small compromises lead to big consequences. This applies to work, finances, spiritual growth, relationships, and obedience to God. Now, for people that have a relationship with God, it does we have a relationship with God. It's very important that you're also obedient to God, because if you want to be spiritually disciplined, that's the only way for you to actually. If you want to be basically more spiritually disciplined, it's very important that you obey God, what God's saying to you, not actually focus on your feelings. So this apply for not only just when you have a relationship with God, but also apply for your financial problems, relationships, and work. So yeah. Also, consequences arrive suddenly and forcefully, meaning neglect doesn't warn you when it comes to collect its debt. Now, repeat again. Neglect does not warn you when it comes to collect its debt, meaning that the things that you did neglect in life, it doesn't come on you suddenly when it comes to collecting your debt. It comes over time. For example, someone might owe someone money. Okay, that you might think, oh, that person I'll just wait until next week to give that person that money. Then next week comes, you didn't give that person their money. Then it comes over and over. And then after that, next thing you know, a year time, that person tapped your door asking for their money back. That's what it means. Consequences arrive suddenly and forcefully. Consequences, you might even see it coming straight away. It's literally third down the line when you feel like life is good. That's when suddenly reality checks in and you realize that you owe someone money or you owe someone something. Now it don't have to be money, it could be anything. Any sort of thing. It's very important that we think before we do certain things. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Because there was a consequences for every action you make. Now, another thing, laziness isn't positive, it's destructive. No, let me say it again. Laziness isn't passive, it's destructive. Discipline today prevents disaster tomorrow. The more lazy you are, the more destructive you become. The more lazy you are, the more upset you get with yourself. The more depressed you are, the more... I don't think anyone understands that when you're lazy, it not only affects your body, but it affects your mind. It affects how you speak to people. It affects your mood. It affects everything. But I said, whenever you feel like not doing something, it's very important that you don't feel that feeling, but actually go and do it. Especially if it's a part of your goal. The goals you set for yourself, do them. Don't delay them, because one delay is a consequence to every other delay. Don't put off something you can do today for tomorrow, pretty much. And another thing I'd like to say, now spiritual application warns against neglecting prayer, wisdom, and obedience. Practically, it also warns against ignoring diligence, planning, and effort. And morally, it teaches that character is formed by daily activities or daily habits, I'll say. Now, spiritually, application means warns against neglecting prayer. That means when you say you're supposed to be spiritually disciplined, you can't neglect prayer, you can't neglect wisdom, you can't neglect obedience. Now, if those are not religious, or say they want to know more by practical side and the moral side of lacking discipline, practically it warns against ignoring diligence and planning and effort. Now, morally, it teaches that character is formed by daily habits. So you might not feel like doing something, but the more you start doing something, it now becomes a habit to a point that you can't let it go. A habit is formed when you constantly push against your feelings. So I would say everyone should put that into action, pray about it, work hard towards the goals. It's just a like motivation for everyone in 2026 that everything you say you're gonna do it. Don't delay your goal, don't delay your path, don't settle for less. Another thing as well, you whenever, because of discipline, you can't get upset when someone corrects you when you do something wrong. I feel like a lot of people that have such a prideful mindset. I feel like you can't have pride and discipline. It correlates, because pride is basically you operating at your own thought or your own feelings, while discipline is based on it's not based on your feelings. It's about doing something you say you're gonna do, doing what you say you're gonna do. That's basically what discipline is. You can't expect to have pride and also discipline at the same time. You gotta die to your pride to actually get discipline. So when someone corrects you for doing something wrong, you should get mad, you should cry, you should be bitter or angry. You should take that person advice and work towards getting better and doing better. And sometimes we don't like people correcting us because we feel like we know more. But it's very important that you know that correction is not something to hurt you, it's something that we need. Or truth. So noise and confidence do not equal truth. Another thing, rejecting correction leads to self-inflicted harm. Someone could tell you the truth for your own benefit, but you reject it and now you inflict harm on yourself. It don't have to be physical harm. It could be mental harm. It could be harm further down the line. Side correction is very important. Then true wisdom begins with humility and the fear of God. Now wisdom, for my knowledge, anyway, my wisdom comes from God. The more I lean on God, the more wiser I get, the more knowledge I get. So I feel like it's very important that, and also another thing, educate yourself in every aspect. Like if you have a question about something, make sure to read. I love to read. A lot of people don't like to read, but I really believe that reading is very important. Like you just knowing more is important. And yeah, that's just the video for today. I hope everyone enjoys this video. Gosh, I haven't done a video like this in a while, so bear with me. I'll post this video up next Tuesday, which is, I don't know, but it'll be next Tuesday. Today is the 6th of January, so yeah. I'm gonna go talk. What the heck? I'm gonna edit this video, and then I'm going to post it next Tuesday. But I hope everyone have a lovely week. I hope everyone is being disciplined. I'm still working on the discipline part. I need to do more to be more disciplined. I think I've already been disciplined, but this year I'm gonna be even more disciplined. So take my advice and actually do more, be better, focus on growing and improving each day, and don't beat yourself up for making the wrong decision, but also just learn from your decisions that you make. Every mistake you make, learn from them and don't repeat the same cycle. So yeah, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.